We're expecting visitors. Tom always orders the same thing when he eats at this restaurant. You should be with your family. I'd be a good teacher, I think. Tom became sad when he found out what had happened. I shouldn't go there by myself. Tom wrote a book while he was living in Australia. I often get drowsy after lunch. We're not afraid of anybody. Tom is taller than Mary by a head. I'm used to such situations. Tom asked me whether I liked math. Tom fixed the problem right away. I can count on you, I hope. Tom was late to his own wedding. We're not very hungry yet. Tom took me into his confidence. I'd like to see you there. I'd do that if I had time. You should get a haircut. Tom finds fault with everything. Tom never saw his mother again. Tom lives in a very small town. Tom is used to such situations. Tom is always busy on weekdays. You should be locked up. Tom was anxious about his job. We're not yet convinced. Tom threw me out of the house. We're not very busy yet. Tom spent the evening reading. We're not the murderers. Tom never saw his wife again. Tom was aware of our plans. Tom gave us a lift to town. Tom is convinced that Mary won't be able to do that. Tom won't be able to buy everything that he needs. We're not kids anymore. We're not going to win. I'd be able to do that. I should get a haircut. We're not yet perfect. Tom said he'd come, and he did. We're not on the list. Tom only thinks about himself. I'd refuse to do that. Tom should already be there. I'd never hurt anyone. Tom got fired because he was rude to customers. I'd have helped you if you had asked me to. Tom was released from jail early this morning. I'd be surprised if you were able to do that. Tom was about 13 years old at that time. Tom is the only one who didn't do that wrong. Tom has been told he doesn't have to do that. I'd never have been able to do that on my own. I'd have stopped doing that if you had asked me to. Tom is good at volleyball. We're not at home now. Please leave a message after the beep. Tom is flamboyant. We're not talking about you. We're talking about someone else. I'd like to leave now. I'd like to buy a car. I shouldn't have come. Without Tom's help, I wouldn't have been able to do it. I want to know why Tom didn't want to do that. I don't think that Tom and John are brothers. We're not ready to go back to Australia. There's nothing that Tom can do for you. We're not that poor. Nobody knows how Tom will react to this. We're not convinced. No one knows how Tom will react to this. I'd stay if I could. I don't think Tom and John are brothers. I should study more. Everybody is talking about what Tom did. I may win this time. We're not sleeping. I want to tell Tom about what happened. We're not prepared. Everyone is talking about what Tom did. We're not children. I should have come. We're not as young as Tom is. We're not as rich as Tom is. We're not as busy as Tom is. We're not as old as Tom is. I should eat. We're not as rich as Tom. I'd say yes. We're not as busy as Tom. We're not as old as Tom. I could win. We're not Canadians. I'd never trust Tom. I'd wait. I want to move. My brother Tom is older than me, but all my other brothers are younger. I wear a watch.